Oh,
Now we are live.
big up to Drake.
Shout out everybody. We back. We're trying to get this on a more consistent basis. This ends with benefits. Episode 2. Let's get it. Roberto Boucher, the guy. KG, not the guy.
The guy.
We back and in effect. Yeah, I think we're building a following here. Shout out to Patricia Holt. She's holding it down for the Facebook page. Yeah, she's holding it down. So I want to shout out her. Thanks her for just recruiting people and telling our stuff. She gave us great feedback. Rod got to see.
Thank you, Ms. Holt.
He's gonna get better. He's been tutoring and stuff. We've been tutoring him. He's gonna get a grade B this time. Yeah. So today we're gonna do the same thing we did last time. We're gonna go through. So our topic of the day, we're gonna talk about dividends and investing, stuff like that, in the properties. And we're gonna run down the stash trash or pour more cash, and the hidden gem of the week. So I know y'all out there on a Friday night looking to go to bars that are shut down. So you can just vibe with us. Get y'all a drink, pull up. We got the Texas in the cup. Let's roll. Let's roll with this thing.
Let's go. So what you guys want to kick it off with today?
All right, we're gonna start with dividends.
Oh no. Dividends. I will let my boy Marshall go over these dividends for you guys, and I'm sitting here until I'm listen.
So when you invest in a stock, you're like entitled to the profit of the company. You know what I mean? So let's say you buy a share of Coca-Cola. It costs like $46 a share. When Coca-Cola has its earnings, they say whether or not they'll pay a dividend, and let's say, I don't know, they made $2 a share. They will pay you like 50 cents a share. So, and then, so let's say you bought the stock for like $40 a share, and you bought $1,000 worth of shares, right? For each share, you're gonna get paid a dividend. So you're gonna get cut a check for as long as you own that stock. So if you bought, like 25 shares and you're getting paid 50 cents a share, you're gonna get like a $12 check. So that's how the dividends work. And usually, the dividends grow each year. If you're buying more stock, you're gonna get more and more checks, and then you can build wealth that way. The reason why Rod was laughing about it was, when companies are going through hard times, they can't afford to pay the dividend. You know what I mean? So right now, I got cut a check for $5.
Hey, don't let this man fool you. $5 from Oxy means this man has like over 500 shares of that. So don't let that man fool you. My boy Marshall over here balling because I've only got a motherfucking $1. I know you guys.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
It was supposed to be a lot more. It was supposed to be like $5. Wait, no. It was supposed to be like $100. But they cut it, so yeah. Listen to Marshall, but I'm still sticking with them, man. Like we're gonna go hard with them. Yeah, we're gonna ride out with ride Oxy.
Let's go over companies that you would get dividends in. Like, I mean, what are the best companies to get dividends from, or like stability wise? Like, what do you look for when you're looking for to invest in dividends?
So I would look at a company that doesn't have a lot of debt. Because if they don't have a lot of debt, that means they don't have a lot of bills. And if they don't got to pay a lot of bills, they got more money that they can return to the shareholders. That's really about it. That's all you really got to check for. If you want to get all technical, you can go look at the cash flow statement, and that'll say how much cash is getting dedicated towards the dividend out of all the money they brought in. But yeah, that's really about it. If the company has low liabilities and they got a lot of cash flow coming in, they're going to be able to sustain that dividend. It's probably going to grow year after year, and then you make that consistent money. That's that passive income that everybody's looking for.
Yeah, and you also got to break down like the dividend process of like what it means to have that. Like you did highlight, like so people understand like why is it good to have these dividends? Like you could take that and invest it back into more stocks or
go in the StreamYard stream. We're here right now. Y'all can chime in, talk. You guys want to do talk about investments, what we look for. Come on into the stream. But yeah. So what company do you are the top, I guess, dividend stocks that you're investing in, Marshall?
So I think Altria is probably giving me my most dividends right now. I have this app called Dividend Tracker, so it tells me how many dividends I could expect to get for the year, and I think I'm getting like $2,000 from them. I'm also getting from Wells Fargo. They actually just cut their dividend in half, so it is what it is. But I'm just gonna ride it out. But in total, I'm getting like $5,000 a year in dividends. And the goal for me, at least,
stacks a year on dividends.
Yeah, it's a grip.
Bro, that's the bread. I ain't gonna lie. Since we're not doing nothing, man, that's for real.
Yeah. I mean, that's me for the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So and the goal is to get that amount to like to at least $12,000. That way, your rent is only gonna be like, at least in San Antonio, it's only gonna be like $1,000, right? So 12 months. $1,000 a month, I'm living rent free, and that's based on the dividends. So that's what I'm trying to do.
So do you believe in savings, or is it basically your dividends considered like your savings account, or considered your? So what do you do? How do you use your dividends? Are you just let them sit there, or do you?
So right now, I'm recycling my dividends. So I'll get paid the dividend, and then I'll buy more shares in other companies or something like that. You know what I mean? But I don't treat it like my savings. Like my savings is money that I got saved up. I put a little bit of money in my savings every check, but it's not a lot, because I already have 6 months worth of living expenses. So,
okay. Okay. Just wondering. The only reason why I haven't got into the dividend game, man, to be honest with you, brother, it's just not, especially not in this climate, man. I just can't get 0.5%, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really, unless I'm investing millions, man, I'm not getting anything out of it, man. So I mean,
you'd be lucky to get like 4% nowadays, right?
Yeah, man. I think the biggest dividend I was getting was from Carnival, but then Carnival cut their dividends, so it was like, there's really no need.
They got everything. They selling boats and everything, right?
Man, bro. Well, I said it from the beginning, man. I was like, these people in these cruise lines, bro, you got to hit it and get out of there, man, because there's no way they can continue to the end of the year. No way in the world.
So, and this is just the beginning, really. I mean, what they're saying, like what we were talking about earlier, is just like the unemployment checks are going to stop on the 31st of July. And then the forgiveness for like mortgages and like rent, it stops on August 31st. You only have a month after your unemployment check stops to get your build up for your rent and mortgage. And that's what they intend. Like the housing rate is going to drop below 3%, and people not going to be paying. So it's going to be foreclosures. It's about to be the time for come up if you got money on hand.
That's going to be a lot of, like, I hate to say, a lot of homeless people, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? It's like the worst has yet to come when it comes to the economy, man. Like we start like we were talking about the other day, Marshall, like junk bonds, and you start seeing that type of shit. You start seeing the Fed prop up things, like it's trying to get people from doing bank runs. It's trying to get people from being scared of the financial future, because right now we're living it right now, it's about to get bad. Like if they don't or go through the Senate again or Congress, this
I've been seeing,
bro.
I've been seeing that even at car dealerships. Like car dealerships are going out to almost damn near 100-month loans and shit, and like 0% interest just to get people to buy cars like across the life of the loan. So it's just like, okay, like where are people making money at?
See, a lot, bro, and a lot of the mindset is going to change. Like wait a year from now, I guarantee you won't see people buy cars anymore. Like people, like it's getting to a point where you don't really need to have a car anymore,
right?
And like you'll start seeing that, like how people are using Tesla now. Like Tesla, people are really looking at Tesla because like how they do SpaceX is how they run their actual car plant too. So they use the most efficient practice of selling cars. Most people just make cars and just sit them on a large lot and just wait until they depreciate or do what they have to do, and then send them on to like a car rental place or whatever like that. But a lot of people aren't really efficient in the car game, because usually the government would subsidize it in a way or another, so they can just keep on building cars and just leave them there. But now that's not happening anymore. Like you'll see all these rental companies will start going out of business, which we already start seeing, bro. So it's like really got to be efficient with things these days. So yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a different change of that environment coming up. I believe like 2021 is about to be a beast in itself as well. Like,
most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Like the world needs to get more efficient, which it can be, bro. Like it's even when it comes to car, like what's stopping you from actually kind of customizing the car? Okay, you want a car during this time period. You have to design some type of algorithm or some type of system where you're not just making a car when needed. Not necessarily like now they don't have any type of specialized statistics like showing you like, oh, this is the peak time that I need to start making cars, or like these set of people want cars, so I'm gonna start this line. Like you gotta be more efficient with how you practice.
I started even looking at it in the sense of like, have you ever seen like now they're pushing like the apps to go basically like you don't have to download the full app, you only use a certain portion of the app. And even like when I'm looking at cars now, because I was like, I want to get the Cybertruck next year, and like I'm listening to Shark Tank Kevin O'Leary, and he's like, he makes valid points like, why would I even need a car in the future? Like, why would I need a bike to drive me if I just call somebody?
If I work from home, like what to get groceries, and even that I could get delivered, right?
Instacart.
Huh?
Like the only time you actually want a car is like to really stun on people or to pull up in a car. But then people are so responsible these days. I mean, like it's Uber is just as good. Like I can get drunk, have fun, be responsible, get home. I was like, there's no need to have a car. Like,
and then like when you start,
the whole thing I'm thinking of right now, like, I mean, I have to get to the gym. I'm not going to Uber to the gym every day, but
when you start looking at the bigger picture, it's more of just a nice thing to have. Like, oh yeah, I just want it just because it's cool and nice. But then you're like, I'm spending money on this, but I'm not really actually utilizing it the same way as we did in the past. Especially if we're not going to be driving all over the place or be work from home. And it's like, okay, why do I need a car?
Stream, you guys on stream. I'm gonna paste it down here on the bottom. But yeah, bro, like what you were saying, like it's a bigger thing when it comes to America too, because as Americans, we're not really into public transit like that. So you're gonna start seeing like America needs to become a little bit more Europeanized or more like just more efficient when it comes to transportation and efficient transportation, because if you say subway to 90% of Americans, they're gonna be like, oh, or you say bus, oh, like right. Bro, we got to get over that, man. We got to there's no reason why there shouldn't be some type of shuttle that gets you from Los Angeles to San Francisco, or what I'm saying, like a fast speed subway or something that's America is primed for something like that, bro. Like you got to stop this congestion, all this traffic, all this pollution, bro, and just really start doing public transportation. It'll save money and then give everybody the benefit to have public transportation. So now you'll probably be more efficient with jobs. These college kids coming out of school and stuff like that, they don't really have cars. They can't really afford to have a vehicle to go up and down and go to work or do what they have to do. Like efficient public transportation that's free or almost zero, and then get people to where they're going.
Yeah. So do you think more people are going to ride bikes or something? Or like let's imagine that people stop buying cars and the whole paradigm kind of shifts. What are they going to do? They're going to, I guess, ride bikes when they want to go somewhere that they want to go, maybe to the grocery store or something, or to a park or something.
I mean, that's what me and Bert were talking about. That's when we're going to start seeing the EV. So that's why I think you're seeing that Tesla stock going up so much, because you see the implementation of technology in transit finally.
And then for the most part, like that's why Tesla's building the cars the way they are, so that like. What they're saying is like, yo, there's people that have cars just sitting in their driveway at the middle of the night. Like nobody's driving that shit for 10 hours.
Use it. Someone else can use it.
It go Uber for you and come back home and park and plug yourself in or whatever the shit it does. And you make money while you're sleeping from a car, and it's going to go help pick up people, take them, do whatever. And
are you talking about Turo, or what are you talking about?
No. Tesla,
Uber, Lyft, whatever like that. Like self-driving here in 10 years, bro. Like self-driving
cars. Yeah.
Self-driving, bro. It's
all like the Model 3s, the Model Ys, and the on the rearview mirror, they have like a in-car camera now. And people are like, why is that there? But it's there so that way, if they does turn into like an Uber style of driving, it can like monitor who's in your vehicle for you. So that way you can have the in-screen shot, like if somebody's driving, or I mean somebody's riding in your car when it's going to do pickup and drop-offs and stuff like that in the future. That's what they intend that for. So it's for the purpose of a car. Like if you park at home at night, you say you're not going nowhere. Hey, I want my car to go make me some money. I press, hey, turn on the Uber app for my Tesla or whatever shit. It goes out and you wake up $300 or $400 in your pocket because it drove around all night. And and while you was all
that's some futuristic shit right there.
It's just we're primed to be more efficient, bro. Like it has to be. Like now you're seeing like all the waste, all the things that could be cut from your life, bro. I think a lot of like this is the reflection time in everybody's mind. Like I can cut this from my life. I didn't really need this because the less money you're making, the more intimate you have to be with your finances and the people around you. You start to see like, I don't really need these things. Like everything else is just extra. As long as I have a roof over my head, I have food in my stomach, I can get to where I'm going. I mean, what else am I really asking for from society?
A lot of stuff in life is just a lot of fuckery shit. Like it's a lot of
it's fuckery shit.
It's like yo, like niggas ain't buying clothes. Like that's why Brooks Brothers is kind of going out of business because niggas ain't dressing to be fly right now. Niggas ain't spending what you usually do on your day. Like I'm gonna go outside to look fly, stun on niggas. My body's bends to drive up and pull up on niggas. Like you ain't doing that. So it's like, why would I buy all this extra stuff if I ain't able to stunt? If I ain't able to be like, oh shit, I'm fly, briefly blunt.com, go get this merch.
What's that business term? Depreciated return. So basically, like, bro, like it's with anything in life that you buy, like everything has a depreciated return, bro. So it's like I bought this new car. You already know, like in a year or two from now, you're not gonna want it anymore anyway. Like the technology would change, things will change. So why do we keep doing the fuckery things? Like you gotta trim the fat, bro. Like
it's a mentality thing, too, though.
Yeah,
it's a mentality thing of what we're used to. So that's the hard part, even for me. Like I know that I know I need a car, but then it's like, damn, do I want to spend on a new car or I just want to fix this old ass car that I have?
Yeah.
And I want to be fly. Like in your head, like you're taught, when we're little, we're taught like, yo, you gotta be fly. You gotta be. You get a good job.
But that's toxic. If you think about it in the long run, like that's what really separates people that have millions of dollars, or not even millions of dollars. It's people who are financially fit. It's like you know how to trim the fat. You know, like being fly. Like I can be fly in other ways. Like I can invite my friends over. They can come to my beautiful house. I have this beautiful pool. We cook out, have fun. I can entertain. I can go travel. I can do things. Like we gotta start thinking pulling up at the club or pulling up on this bad chick on a date in my whip. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You gotta stop. Like bro. At the end of the day, like you want to be financially fit, and like you're more attractive when you're financially fit. Like once you get past that car and the superficial shit, I mean, what are you really doing in life? What are you really doing to be able to be?
That's all the facade at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, some people appreciate the showmanship, though, right? Like,
yeah, but that's not somebody you necessarily want around if you want the showmanship. What is the showmanship for? Like, you got to like think about it. Like, how I view everything in life is almost like an insecurity. It's like, why do I care about stunning on people? Like it's more of a self-reflection thing. It's like, okay, society is making me think of this. Like I'm not strong enough to think about like, fuck, I'm doing me regardless. Like I don't care.
Most people don't get that opportunity to stunt like that. Like there's not places where people get big windfalls. And then once, like I've had the opportunity where I've gotten big windfalls, like from like life insurance and stuff like that, where I got all this money, I'm gonna go buy this shit. And then when you buy it, you're like, okay, that shit was cool. Like, and then there's new shit that comes out, there's new whatever, but it doesn't do nothing for your like real personal mental health. So you just like, okay, I had all that. I'm able to buy all this shit. Okay.
Bro, at the end of the day, and what people hate to hear this shit, and because it sounds like a cop out to everybody, to a lot of people. Bro, money does nothing for you. Like, trust me, of everybody in the world could just be having freedom to do what they want to do. Like no money, just have the freedom. Like I can get up and go and do the things I want to do without being hassled or sat down structurally or sat down by society, bro. That is rich. That is wealth. Like we're so hammered to work in a societal format where we got to push forward. We got to go to work every single day, and that makes us hungry for money. But we're missing out on all the actual shit that makes you happy. Like, bro, the only thing that makes me happy is traveling and hanging out with my friends and shit like that. Like, that's the only thing that makes me. Oh, other things make me happy. Don't get me wrong, women, but that's another. But it is like it's small things like that, like eating a good meal or just being around family and friends, bro. Like that's the only thing.
Yeah, I think even in this time frame, like if you ain't take the time to realize in this past, it felt like it's been like 2 years like that we've been in this shit. But like if you ain't take this time to like realize that your family, your friends, and just realize who you are and like reevaluate yourself. I use this time to like do stuff around the house, fix up things, appreciate what I'm living in, appreciate my moment, my life, and just take it in the now. And also I've like cleared out debt. Like I'm like 2 more payments and I'll be debt free. So if I was living a regular year, I'd have been like still like just putting in debt like in the hole. So evaluate certain things. So
I mean, it's not even that expensive to travel, right? Y'all have traveled to Dubai and Thailand, and where else y'all have been? I know y'all
all of Europe, pretty much, man. Pretty much everything you want to go to, except for like Russia and mostly mainland Asia, for real, bro. You know, but
it's not even that expensive, right?
It's not expensive at all.
No, it's not. But that's the only time, bro. Like experiencing other people, cultures. Like having fun, just eating a meal with people, bro. Like that is what life is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be we're social animals, bro. Like going to work, banging it out all day long. Like, bro, this is 2020. We're not our grandparents. We're not our great-great-grandparents. We're not even our mom and dad, bro. Like, we like this is the generation that figures out like we're more social than we are going to work, bro. Like it's like that shit right there. If you're not enjoying yourself, like we don't do that anymore out here.
Yeah,
if you don't like what you're doing, bro, like nah.
And that's what our generation values is the work-life balance. Like we're more on the life balance end. Like we want to work, but like, yo, what are we doing outside of work? Like we care like what we can do. Is this job paying for me to do what I want outside of work? Like how can I make that budget for my life? And we can show people it's possible too.
Bro, you're only this energy for so long. Like how we're looking right now, once we die, we're gonna be something else. We'll probably be a butterfly. I mean, like a fly-ass fucking butterfly, or you know, you might turn out to be an ant or some shit. Like you never know your energy is gonna be next, bro. So you gotta live your energy how it is now, bro. So you just can't waste that shit doing stuff you don't like, being with people you don't want or need, bro. Like I be trying to tell people that, bro. You gotta let your ego go. You gotta let everything go. Like if it's bad energy, bro, it's bad energy, man. Like you're gonna recover. You got a whole lifetime to do that shit, bro. This
is part of life, man. Like I think you realize more so what you want to invest in and like what you want to get your dividends out of. Like so for me, I want my dividends out of my family. I want to be there for my kids and like see them grow and get the dividends of that. Like I know I could go out there and buy the Versace shoes I want to go stunt and like buy some random shit. I've done it, but it's like, okay, that's just cool. But then it's a constant battle for like, even just our generation is like, okay, I want to stunt so bad, but then it's like, okay, I need to think about the future too and how I could better use that money that I would spend on shoes and clothes and invest in myself. It's a constant struggle for me at least, like, cause I want to buy some shit, but then I'm like, dang, I could actually throw that to invest in myself. And I've gotten better with that over the past couple of years of just investing in myself. And like, even talking to Rod, like when we was in Thailand, that's how we did the whole Adventures app. It was just like, yo, like we got the money, but you think you don't have the money is because you're trying to spend it on material things. You like, oh, dang, I don't got the money, but I can afford 60 J's, or I can afford all these clothes, I can afford that car. You're like, no, so you do have the money. It's just what your priority is on how you want to spend it.
And the catch is with that, you got to think about, look at all of us. We got Marshall, we got you. We're all different men of thought. We're all different human beings of thought. Like you brought the idea up. You brought the idea. Me, I'm just a guy that's like, I'm here for the experience. I'm always like, fuck it, let's do it. Like we all need each other to do these certain things. Like you incept the idea in my mind, and then I'm like, oh, we can do this, we'll do that, we can do this, and then I was like, wow, what are we doing? And it's like we all need to push each other to reach other goals, man. Like that's why I said we're such societal creatures that you don't really recognize it. Like I'm still mad about shit that people told me in high school about us. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still like when I'm doing things. And I just really, I'm like basking in that shit. Like it makes me push even harder because I'm like, I remember in high school, these cats were like, nah, you guys aren't going to be worth nothing. You hanging out with these people. And it's just like every single shot. Like, I love that shit. I love when people doubt. And it like pushes you to a whole nother level. And you just got to think of it like that. So, yeah.
And I mean, that's what drives some of my like inner motion is just like, yo, like I remember those comments in high school, those people that didn't think of nothing, but they thought I was just a hoodlum, like, oh, he just out here smashing hoes and just like doing thug shit. I'm like, nah, nigga, like I got other goals. I like being like that. I got hood
but the catch is that no one understood who we were, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, like we're straight geeks. Like we're still geeks now. Like, bro, like it's like people think you're so different or like this person, and you just couldn't be further from the truth of what it was. Like, that's whatever.
And that's my core of life. My core of life is like I want to be myself. Like I want to be myself to the day I die. Like there's girls, like I have some homegirls. Like I don't know if you remember Linda Kelly. Like she'll be like, Berto's the same dude I met in 7th grade. Like, and it could be a bad or good thing, but I know my personality and what I stood for is that same person when I was 13 and 12. Like, I lived that life. Like I said, I'm gonna get that car when I'm 17. I'm gonna get that shit. And then I have all the girlfriends' moms like, oh, he think he's so arrogant, he's so cocky. And then I pull up like, nigga, yeah, I'm in this whip and I got this job and I told you what I was gonna do.
We were 16 years old, pulling up in the Acura. What's up?
I'm that dream shit, pulling up in the Acura 9.5, the Acura Legend. But yeah, like if I said I was gonna do it, I'm gonna go do it. Like I don't care what you said, like against me, I'm gonna go still do that thing. And that's
what Bert was the ultimate hustler in high school. He used to make me buy him lunch to take me places, bro. Before I got my car, bro, he used to hustle me every day before my practice.
No, that was Bernard.
Oh shit. That was a good day, bro.
Yeah, my mom would not take me nowhere. You know how my mom was? My mom, we had to drove to the movie theaters. That shit was 2 miles away, like 3 miles away. It wasn't that far when you think of it nowadays. I'm like, dang, she dropped me off, and we saw some late movies like 10 o'clock. The movie got out at 12. She said, I called her. She's like, I'm asleep. Figure out a way to get
home. Your mom used to let me drive her car, bro. Like your mom was cool, man.
My mom would make me find ways to figure out how to get home at midnight. She was like, call a taxi. I was 16 years old. She's like, I was like, what the fuck? Call a taxi at midnight? I don't even know how to fucking do that shit. But I figured out. I slept in Walmart and I saw one of my friends. Yeah, it was random as fuck. They walked through Walmart after their movie. I was like, yo, y'all live in the same neighborhood as me. Can you please take me home?
Hey, bro, that makes you into the man you are right now, though, bro.
It definitely did.
For anything, bro.
It definitely did. So that made me invest into myself and get in my car. Even my mom gave me my car. I made sure I took care of that shit because I ain't trying to be left at fucking Carmike Theaters in El Paso by myself in the middle of the night. So, yeah. So, like, speaking of investment, we can jump into that. Rod, you out here almost 30 properties deep with your group of people getting properties and real estate. Yeah, that's your hustle. I think people want to know about that. Like, how are you accumulating that, and what is the process behind that as well?
So right now, my process grind is basically on tax liens right now. So what I do, I go to the whatever state's revenue office is right now, Alabama State Revenue's office, and I have my family that's in Georgia, Texas, and Washington. So we basically go to the actual revenue office and just go look at tax lien properties. So basically, they give you a whole list. So let me explain tax liens first. So basically, every year, October 1st, you owe state tax, correct? On the property you own, houses, whatever like that. So everybody, October 1st, has a lien placed on their property. Everybody in the whole United States has a lien placed on their property. So you got to pay off your tax lien. I mean, you're pretty much your property tax. So if you don't pay off your property tax in a certain amount of time, I know I can give you, I want to say they give you the February or March, whatever it is. But the state will basically put a lien on your property and put your property tax up for auction. So that is what me and other investors can come in and pay the tax off from the state and get a tax deed for your property. So when that happens, Alabama, you have 3 years for maturity. So within a 3-year time period of that person pays their taxes, well, basically you have to pay the taxes and pay you for the tax you bought. They basically can get their property back or their tax deed back for their property. But after 3 years, what happens is you can actually take the property yourself. It matures and you can have the property yourself. You go talk to an attorney and they'll give you I believe they give you a quick claim deed in some places, which then you can turn into a recorded deed, or they'll give you an outright recorded deed. So recorded deed is just basically they recorded in the actual ledger to say that it's actually your property. So basically I go back to at least 2017, 2016 with the properties, and I basically buy up and auction those properties that are basically already at maturity. So once I get them, I basically have the tax deed. I take it to an attorney and then handle it that way. So I basically right now I buy.
Okay.
What?
Let them go. I say you dropping them.
Like right now, like recently, I bought a property for $3,800 in Alabama. So that property was assessed right now in 2016. It was assessed for $27,000 to $35,000, and I bought it for $3,800. So basically, 2016, the area has been built up also. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fix up the house, get it reappraised. So I'm hoping the equity will be 50 to 60. And then what I'll do with that, I'll get that thing rented out. My rent process is I don't really care about the rent. I just want to see a return on my rent within 3 years. So that's pretty much my logic and everything. Like if I get rent, I just want to be able to be paid back within 3 years. So it'll be completely free and clear. I got my money back for the property. But I'm really looking for equity. So you get equity in the house. So I spent $3,800. I probably put another $10,000 in, $12,000 in that house, to be honest with you. So I'm sitting on $40,000, $30,000 of equity. So what I can do, I can either go to the bank and get a loan and get more properties, or I can get a line of credit. I particularly like getting a line of credit because it kind of keeps me from completely spending money. When you get a loan, I mean, that's your money. You got to pay it back. But a line of credit, you know what I'm saying? I get to pick and choose what I want to spend it on and do things on, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So I usually do a line of credit, and then it helps my credit score a lot too. So you get like a $20,000 line of credit from the bank, man. It's just boosting your stuff up. Go back, get another house.
I also want to shout out Pamela Hope. She's holding it down on the Ends with Benefits page. Commented, said, "Good evening, gentlemen. Laying the foundation is awesome." So we love the support. We love the push and the effort. Yeah, she just said, "Are we discussing real debt or luxury debt?" And she's tuning into the conversation. She just wants to talk about like us men creating inheritance for the family. And she's dropping more information. So if y'all want to check us out, check our channels on Facebook, IG, and follow the Ends with Benefits. You can find us at all those tags on any social media feed. So look at you gems in the comments about taxing property and
that's like generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, where people were talking about generational wealth and they want 40 acres and a mule and they want reparations for what it is. It's because like we don't have, as you know what I'm saying, as brown people right now, not all of us, but we don't have generational wealth. So that is an easy way to build generational wealth. Like buy these properties up, keep them in the family. I mean, that's equity, that's land. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like at the end of the day, land, water, air. I mean, what else you got? You know what I'm saying? Like that. So keep it in your family and build up from there. But basically what we're going to do with all these properties that we're building up is to build a portfolio. So smart thing is now that I'm telling everybody right now to do, interest rates will eventually go to zero out and then eventually goes to negative. Yeah. So what you want to be thinking about is go talk to your bank, see what type of loans you can actually benefit from this 0% interest and negative interest. So I went and talked to my bank and I learned that commercial loans are the only loans they give out that they will actually pay you to borrow the money from. The reason why is because you have to put down collateral on commercial loans. So all these properties, what we're going to do is consolidate them under a LLC or a company or whatever we're going to do. And then we're going to consolidate and try to go get an actual commercial loan and then really take it to the next level. Like look for apartment complexes, condo type stuff, like really start getting the ball rolling into more commercial industry type deal. So that's the game plan next, man. So because you can only do so much with these just residential properties, man. Like after a minute, man, I mean, you're not gonna get rich off of it, but you'll definitely have a substantial amount of money that you don't have to worry about going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But we want to take it to the next level, man. So
are the residential properties when you buy the tax lien and you end up getting the property, are they already paid off, or do you take over the payments to the bank?
Okay, so this is how you'll know. So usually, the quickest way to tell if a house has a mortgage on it or not is the bank. The bank will easily just pay off the state tax itself. So that's the easiest way to find out. So all these houses, usually if you go to a tax lien, you might see a house, maybe, like I'm talking about like 1% chance that it's a mortgage. But usually all these houses are people that could not afford the house anymore, or they're cash houses. Someone either died, the state took the house or whatever like that, or another property company. Most of them, another property company bought that property already, right? Mm-hmm. And they probably had so many other properties and houses that they either ran out of money or they weren't interested anymore, and the state pretty much got that house back. But no, bro, like most of all these houses are going to be like pretty much fixer uppers. I'll say it like that. Pretty much like you're going to have the knowledge of fixing, revamping them. But it's a beautiful thing, to be honest with you, man, because I see a lot of the houses, a lot of the investors that come into these neighborhoods, bro, and like completely revamp these houses, bro, like completely changing like the pathology of the whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really nice to see people coming back and investing in it. I mean, people can call you slumlords or whatever you want to say, but they're still reinvesting into your community, bro. So
isn't that part of the gentrification problem? Is it a problem or?
No, I wouldn't even call that's not even gentrification. I guess you could technically say that would be some type of gentrification, but I mean, it's low cost housing though. Still, like all the houses I ever used were like Section 8 or something like that. I'm not going around charging people $1,000 or anything like that. It's still a marketable, beautiful home for a family, bro. Like $600 or something like that. Like at the end of the day, like I told you guys, I'm just here to get back to zero. I just want the equity. Like the family be happy, live your life in there, but at the end of the day, that's what you want. You don't want these dilapidated communities, because we've all drove around. We all been like Baltimore, New Yorks, or out there in El Paso. Like some places, like these houses are boarded up, broken windows and stuff like that. Like, bro, like it's beautiful to fix up a community, bro, and then like reinvest in it, man. Like it's really a nice thing, bro. So we're not moving people out. We're keeping the same people in the neighborhood, just basically fixing up the structure around the neighborhood.
Right. So you can own the equity, because that's what you're going.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win situation, right? Something that me and Berto have noticed in San Antonio is what is it, like the east side of town?
The east side is more getting gentrified or getting revamped in itself as well. So
even like Southtown a little bit, they're turning these houses into like bars, right? Like these kind of hipster spots. So
those houses ain't like whoo. Yeah, those shits is like.
I mean, what's that bar that we that was it?
Start with a P or something, or Mesh,
Parkour, not Paramore,
something.
But you guys remember that Boondocks episode? You guys watched the Boondocks where they had the gentrification episode where they moved like the Pops making the donut burgers and stuff into the neighborhood and brought the property value all the way down, and then they came in and bought all the property up. I mean, that's basic, bro. Like they're doing that downtown here, man. Like they're buying up all these dilapidated properties, building new apartment complex. The property to zero. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a deal, man. So it's definitely going on, man.
Yeah.
So yeah. I hate to say it, man. But definitely, the tax liens are something to look for. I would not suggest it for everybody. I would not, because you really got to do your research. You really got to know what you're buying. You get dealing with the real estate agent too. So when you get a parcel or something that you actually want to invest and auction in, you can actually do your research before it goes to auction. Like actually know, like, is this a place that has some equity in it? Is it a piece of a neighborhood that I actually want to invest in? So yeah, just do your research beforehand.
What's the worst thing that could happen? You purchase a tax lien, it expires after 3 months or 3 years, and now you own the property. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Worst thing can happen, it could be owned by somebody. It could be a estate, or you have to buy it from something like a family. There's some other shit that can go on, a mortgage. Just stuff you gotta do, but like a lot of that stuff, man, like it's gonna be free and clear, man. Especially after like the 3 years maturity, bro. Like if no one comes around after that, man, I mean, you're pretty much gonna be free and clear regardless. But during those 3 years, a lot of messed up stuff can happen. Like some people have been overzealous and start fixing on the property or doing things like that. Maybe my homeboy that caught up with that. Like he was fixing on the property already, and then he had the owner come back and try to change the locks on the house and do all type of stuff. But there's precautions in the way that the person can't come back or touch the inside of the house or do anything inside the house unless they pay the taxes. So there's precautions in place for that. But
did they get their house back?
You're spending $3,000, bro, $10,000 at the most. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing you can't get back, man.
Yeah.
Or people have to pay for the tax. So I mean, either you get a property or they pay you back for the money you spent. So
okay. Now, do they let's say I purchase a tax lien, they come back 2 years in. Do they pay me back with interest, or how does that work?
I'm not necessarily sure it was with interest. I know they had to pay you back for the taxes you put into the house, man. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some type of service fees and stuff like that. I'm actually going to talk to a lawyer next week in reference to it, man. I'm just waiting to get the paperwork back because this is my first tax lien house I actually bought, man. They actually got to try to get a deed on it. So I'll let you guys know in depth what we go over. But I got the tax lien deed already, the tax deed. I just need to see the process into getting a recorded deed. So I will let you guys know as I learn. So I'll let you know.
Yes, sir.
So you want to dive into
let's dive into stash, trash, or pull more cash. And this is our segment where we talk about the stocks that we're gonna stash, keep them on deck, trash, throw them in the trash, or pour more cash. You want to invest more money into it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about some certain stocks we got put up here. So let's start off with Facebook. How are y'all feeling about Facebook today?
Oh,
you got it, Marshall. You got it first, Marshall. Go ahead.
What are they at? What price are they at? Let me look it up.
Let's let Marshall do the. I'm feeling good right now on this Texas tea. Roger gonna be out here in a couple weeks. We're gonna link up in Texas.
Oh, and hopefully permanently, man.
He been saying this for like 25 years. I haven't seen him.
Man, I be vibing, man. I'm sorry.
He graduated and left. I ain't never seen him in Texas. He got a brand new car only for a day and a half, and then he got that thing, and he went to college.
Yeah, Facebook is I'll stash it. I want to put more cash. I might even sell it. The market cap is 700 billion. Their net income is only 18 billion. I mean, what's 700 divided by 18? That's a crazy amount, right?
Yeah, that sounds like a lot.
Boy. I'm talking about
700 divided by 18. Yeah, that's 38 times net income. That's way too much for me, at least. And then their revenue is 70 billion. So they're selling for 10 times the revenue. That's not even like after bills. So I'd probably sell it. I think it's overvalued right now.
Yeah, I think I'll probably hold on to it. They going through a lot right now, so I would stash it as well. I would stash because I think they're going through a lot. Just with government and just the battle of what they're doing. I don't know what the future looks like for them. It's still, they're a big force in the game, but there's a lot of
people are boycotting them right now, right? Like
even their employees. I think their employees are even boycotting them.
The who?
Their employees.
Yeah. So the employees are boycotting. I mean, I know that's real short term, but I still think they're overvalued right now. Anyways, I don't.
So tell me what Facebook does. What are they diversified in? Like what other avenues?
Advertising, I think AI.
They're ad money all day, right? I mean, the majority of the revenue, or not majority, but I think either like between 30 to 50% of the revenue is from advertisements. So
and then this is why I'm trashing Facebook right now. I said it. This is why I'm trashing it, because ad revenue is going to go down the toilet in the next couple of years, man. Like starting this year, like now, going down the trash hole.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
bro, these companies are going. Where's the budget coming from?
They gotta advertise in other areas. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not going to be advertising on Facebook as much anymore, bro.
I mean,
where else are they going to advertise?
I think it's actually more efficient to actual advertise on Google than it is anything else, bro. To be honest with you, bro. I mean, like Facebook is one deal, but I still think Google will be the monster when it comes to advertising, bro. And all this boycotting going on too, man. Like Facebook got to get over. I get you, bro, but I don't see advertising money propelling them into the future. They need to diversify into some other type of the what they trying to do, their electric coin, or not electric coin, but like a big deal or whatever they're doing, bro. They got to diversify.
But you gotta, they're gonna start doing ads within VR and AI and all that shit. Like that.
Yeah.
What you guys invest in Twitter?
That's why I was stashing.
What you guys invest in Twitter?
Augmented reality, huh?
What you guys invest in Twitter?
Would I invest in Twitter?
Yeah.
They supposed to go to some subscription model soon, but I don't know. I don't see that long term. Like I don't see where Twitter exists.
So what's making you think Facebook will be long term?
Well, the augmented reality, right? The Oculus. I mean, you see movies.
And you guys think that would catch on?
Huh? The
Oculus? You guys think that would catch on?
Oh yeah, augmented reality. That's gonna happen. I mean, us staying at home, that would be the answer to our pandemic situation right now. We're not caught up with the technology. If
kids ain't going back to school. Kids ain't going back to school. School is pushed back. Yeah. Kids are going to stay there. They're going to get used to technology more and more.
Yeah.
They're like, what the fuck do I need that shit?
Yeah. I mean, imagine like Berto's got his daughters, right? It's time to go to school. Okay, they put on the headset. Boom, they transport it inside of a class. You don't have to leave the home. Like you said earlier, it's inefficient to travel, right? Like, why am I going to put on a headset? Yo, I'm telling you, the Oculus is legit, man.
I feel you guys. I fully understand where you guys are coming from. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't see the future for Facebook outside of advertising and screwing over people's data. So I will still have
Red Table Talk. I mean, I think the entertainment and streaming, and I mean even us, right? We are streaming to Facebook. I think you're gonna have
that's the only show out there. So what happens when another show comes up? Like what happens when we're all going to like, okay, TikTok takes over like some type of aspect of what Facebook does. The reason why we're on Facebook is all of our friends are on Facebook. Like if all our friends went over to TikTok or went over to some other type of streaming service, or everybody went
that's the competition. I mean, you look at Snapchat, their stock has gone from like $7 a share to $26 a share in just like 1 year. But if you look at the Snapchat interface, they just actually had an update, last night? Because it's different now, right? You look at it, they got a whole bunch of shows on there now. So I think these social media apps, now they're starting to produce their own content or let the users, it's kind of like a peer-to-peer content.
Yeah, it's a more trend like what you're seeing in like papers. They're trending differently. So they're using like
TikTok. That's exactly
why pay Hollywood when you can just have these kids make their own shows?
It's up to TikTok, bro, because TikTok is the biggest thing right now.
Yeah. And you don't have to have the overhead for a warehouse or production company. Like let them shoot their show, and it's a wrap, man.
No Jada, no Will.
They do that shit in their crib too. Like they just got a fucking camera crew inside their house, like around a red table that they painted probably themselves. Like
she had, that episode had 12 million views that day, I think, right, or something. It broke some record. So
and we all need to try to throw some stuff back in my face. I'm gonna shoot you in your foot.
like Tory Lanez.
Hey, Mighty Mouse, man. Mighty Mouse be out here. We was talking about that too. Like, how scared of you to be somebody that's 120 pounds? Like, when you realize these dudes is that small, like, I don't care if Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer in the world. If I wrap you up, you ain't doing nothing. Like,
that's what I was. All
right, he gonna hit you in the face so many times. It's gonna be.
He's quick, man. You gonna get lights out before you even.
Hey, you might be right, but I'm gonna give him lights out.
What we got next?
The next one we got is Shell. SHLL.
That's
HLL.
my little golden gems for your boy Marshall over there. So
what do they do? Electric trucks?
Is so basically what they do, they're the box truck of electrical vehicles. So basically they will take over. You see where your UPS truck comes in, or your your United States Postal Service trucks come in and they drop the mail off at your house, like those type of trucks. Those are what you call box cars or last mile cars. So basically they're not 18 wheelers. They take over like in smaller residential areas. So this is where they come in. And what's so special about them is that they're not transitioning the whole vehicle over to electrical. They're actually putting the electrical components on the vehicles that already exist. So that's a big game changer in itself.
I think I kind of heard of that company, something like where they do that for like FedEx or UPS trucks.
Yeah.
Like they're
That's what Amazon does too, right? They got them truck. I noticed the trucks are coming along, coming around the Amazon Prime.
Yeah. They actually, they actually put the electrical components on the car, so you can have a diesel truck or whatever you have, and they can put the actual unit on the car and do it. It's incredibly cheap. It's not like how Nikola or Tesla are doing. Like Nikola, you basically have to set up a whole infrastructure, hydrogen, electric, and stuff like that. Like this is like, boom, right now. Give me a day. You just turned your car into an EV car. So there you go.
And I think Walmart's invested in something like that, like with them trucks, because they want to be able to deliver the food from like a warehouse from the warehouse to the store or something like that. And I think they basically want like a refrigerator on wheels or something like that. Is that what you're talking about with the last mile?
Yeah. So those are all those cars that basically go into the residential areas and drop off packages, goods, and stuff like that you don't see an 18-wheeler do it. That's what your delivery service men, your bread service men, like people coming through your neighborhood, stuff like that. The box trucks, last mile box trucks, man. So
what happens when we start getting stuff delivered with like drones?
Oh, I don't think drones were ever a type of efficient infrastructure to get goods to a certain place. I think they augment the 18-wheelers and these other things. I don't see drones constantly doing that, bro. That's crazy. There's too many variables, bro. Like weather, other planes, bro. Like it's just too many variables in that. And eventually you'll start seeing people shoot them down or try to grab them as they come along, bro. Like it's a lot of risk with those drones.
What are y'all doing? Snatching the track?
Yeah, I got
that, bro. 100%.
What's the ticker for it though? How do I look it up?
It's Shell, SHLL. Tortoise Acquisitions.
Okay.
See, right now it's in its blank check right now. They're about to merge. I think next month or the month after.
Okay. It seems like everybody's doing that blank check thing, right? That way they don't do an IPO.
Yep.
Yeah. It's gone from $9 to $34 and then down to $22.
Mm-hmm.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
it's more efficient than Nikola is.
That would be. I mean, I'm usually I don't trade stocks like that. I'm more of a long term. I would. But if I was gonna speculate, I would put a little bit of money in it. I'd probably throw like $100 and see what happens.
Yeah, I know it's not coffee. But I mean, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
It's going down again too. The luck and coffee.
Yeah, they going down with a sugar and a bullet. Fuck, they going out of there. So yeah, the next stock we have is Netflix.
They took a hit lately, man.
Yeah, I think
today. I think.
So
yeah,
do it. I'm gonna start this one off because I do not believe in investing in Netflix or any type of subscription service. Never. Bro, at the end of the day,
Don't you have OnlyFans?
Apple's coming into the game. You got Disney Plus, which hasn't even made its move yet on y'all, man. Like, no, I would dump Tesla. I'm not Tesla, but Netflix as quick as possible, man. Disney Plus is going to take over the world, bro. I'm just going to sit here and just say it.
What? Why?
No.
The Marvel universe, bro, like bro. Look at the plot. Look at what they're doing.
There's no way.
They bought
I think the Marvel
every single superhero. What are you talking about? They're
I
gonna
think
have
it
a
did a little kid, like they ain't gonna have no fucking like 365 days of shit. Fucking French niggas fucking girls all over the place. They
Okay.
ain't have no Disney, like
So did
they
you watch
have
the
raw shit on there.
So did you watch the? They had one show on there that everybody downloaded Disney Plus. It was one show, The Mandalorian, and they have like over 500,000 subscriptions just off of The Mandalorian. Imagine having the whole Marvel universe, bro.
But are they watching it though? You could have 500 subscriptions, but are they giving them views?
Yes. Every single movie you've ever seen was almost Disney, bro. Come on now, like we can go down the line of Disney movies, bro, and we'll be here. Like, come on now, bro, don't do that.
So would you buy stock in Disney? Would you stash trash?
Yes, I would definitely buy stock in Disney because it's consistent too. It's a consistent company. It's stable.
Well, yeah, they have been around for a while, right?
Yeah, they've been proven true.
Yeah. Most definitely. I think Netflix is volatile. To me, they just seem very volatile to me, bro. And it's just like it.
Are you trying?
But yeah,
I would sell the Netflix, man. Disney, you could have got it cheap in March, man. March was a good month. But anyways,
I wish, man. I think we've done good lately, though, bro. Who would have thought an electric company would have came from $9 all the way to $93 one day? I like, bro, like we hit, we missed. I mean, that's the
speaking of, so another electric company we're gonna talk on is Nikola.
Oh man, we're gonna hit this again.
Yeah, no,
right now, definitely trash.
I would sell it 100% and get out. Yeah.
Yeah, see, bro, they're like you said, they're hollow right now, man. Like there's so much to hydrogen power, like just the combustibility of it too is a big problem. So they have to like adjust the actual power cells. There's so much that goes into it, man. So and then they have to build a whole infrastructure of hydrogen gas stations around the United States, bro. I just don't see that anytime in the future, bro. Yeah, nah. Like Tesla can just put a plug anywhere. Like you can be at the Shell or at Whole Foods, and there you go, quick charge. So I don't see that in the long run, bro. So.
I just feel like it was trash. Like they're trying to fight for their relevancy, even on their Instagram. They're trying to post pictures or videos of like, hey, we have one working prototype that does hydrogen and electricity, and it's just like, man, y'all got a lot of way to go. I think one more stock I want to talk about, I think, because Pamela's bringing it up in the chat, is she's talking about Zoom. She wants to know what is Zoom doing, because Zoom just dropped this week a video panel, because I think they're thinking people are going to focus strictly on Zoom so they can have a little kind of like a Google Home, like a little screen you can buy for $600. And I heard them talk about that on Robinhood Snacks this week, that Zoom is doing that.
So how much does it cost? How much does it cost a regular user to use Zoom?
I want to say it's like a subscription service, like $10 or something like that.
I mean, we have Zoom. I think all of us have Zoom installed on our computers. I've never paid for it.
I never paid for it. No, I haven't paid for
anything. But they somehow have a valuation of $69 billion. How? I mean, but they have a valuation of $69 billion, but their net income is only $21 million. That's all.
It's all for perception, though. Like it's the same thing of like what people like. Oh, everybody uses Zoom, so that built them up to a skyrocket.
I'm not buying it. I don't think so. Especially if this pandemic doesn't play out. I mean, what's Microsoft's?
I think we have a good 5 to 6 months to see how things play out, because like with them pushing back school, more teachers are doing digital stuff. Schools are getting delayed. I think they're canceling all sports, so things are going to get pushed back to more online services and teachers.
Who's Zoom's competitor? Who's their closest competitor? Is it
Skype?
Like meetings, Skype, all that stuff like
that. There's Teams, or is that under Microsoft?
What, Go Meeting?
No, Teams.
I don't know what it is.
Like how difficult is it to create some kind of video streaming platform like StreamYard? I mean,
I think they're kind of
StreamYard, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's difficult. It's costly.
Yeah.
It's expensive to hold all the video, that information on the server and things of that nature.
It ain't. I don't think it's that costly. I mean, storage. I work with data, right? Like I'm a data engineer. Data storage isn't expensive. Compute is expensive, but not storage.
But this is the catch.
Doing everything in the cloud, right?
But this is the catch also, though. It's a popularity contest, too. So you already know the popularity of Zoom will lead to other things like advertising, other avenues of, revenue.
I've never seen a. Have you ever seen an ad on Zoom? I've never seen an ad on Zoom.
No, trust me, it's coming. Like, remember when Netflix first came out? There's a visuality where things will change in a revenue stream. Trust me. You're going to be Zooming one day with your family, and you're going to see, dialysis.
Oh,
I'm telling you, these other things like advertising. Yeah. I don't like. There's so many people using it, which makes it valuable. Like you can't really look at a tech company and value it at face value at the moment. Like right now, we're going to see like this whole year until next year about this time, people's mindsets will change. Like, hey, I was actually having fun kicking it on Zoom with people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have to travel, do anything like that, bro. So why just not keep this up? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's here to stay, especially since this thing is going to be around till like pretty much next year sometime. But I would say be careful with it.
I would trash it. The PE ratio is 1,300. That means you're paying $1,300 for every future dollar of earnings. I would trash.
I hate when you use PE ratio, bruh, because it's really a bad stat. That's like QBR to me, bruh. It's like, bruh, he only threw 7 passes and had 1 touchdown. He has 138 QBR. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, yeah, he's gonna have that, bruh. Like, it doesn't mean that he's a good quarterback. You know what I mean? Like, I get you. I got you. It's a stat.
We're on StreamYard, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between Zoom and StreamYard? I actually prefer StreamYard, to be honest.
Yeah, I really like StreamYard. I think it just needs to get into its like more mature phase where we can use it on a bigger scale without the cost. Because that's the thing. We only use StreamYard.
Well, they actually have a business model. What are we paying? Like we pay $25 a month to have this, right?
Yeah, to stream to
I've never paid Zoom, and I don't plan on paying Zoom ever.
You just said you wanted Facebook. So what's making Facebook different from MySpace? What's making Facebook different from Twitter?
Facebook makes money. Facebook.
Other one. What app?
Facebook is making money though on the back end.
Facebook makes money.
Yeah, so
actual ads.
What's the difference? Like there's going to be a whole bunch of businesses that do the same exact thing, but it's really just a popular. Like, do you believe that business will be around 20 years from now, 10 years, where they diversify? I think of Zoom that has all these people invested in it and actually doing subscriptions to their service, bro. Eventually, hell yeah. So if I have 1 billion people on my streaming service, bro, like I'm definitely going to be making money from it just off the traffic alone of people coming. Like, I don't think you should
do $68 billion. Do you think you could build a company or a product better than Zoom?
Yeah. I'm still like, this is not on us. I'm just talking about me, regardless.
That's how you got to think, right? I mean, if somebody gave you $100 billion, I don't think you could say you could beat Coca-Cola, right?
This is
Where the Coke formula from.
Well, you already know I believe in cloud-based services right now. I think cloud-based, you can't miss with cloud-based service. Like this last week has been pretty tough for cloud-based services, man, after that push up. But I still don't think you can beat that. Like this day and age, people are going to stay at home, bro. Like, and that is an investment that will.
Yeah, the narrative that's being pushed now with even like the second wave and more like Las Vegas, LA just got shut down again. So now people are even being more. I've seen like we try to host little gatherings and more people that usually be out and about.
It's not through Zoom, right? Like you got the Meet Me app, you got Snapchat, you got Instagram stories. I think there's I think they got way too much competition. When Netflix came out, they didn't have no competition. The only competition they had was Amazon Prime. And, to be honest, Amazon Prime was pretty whack back then. It took them a long time to actually get actually, I think Amazon Prime is better than Netflix right now. And they probably make more money, right? Because you got to rent and buy stuff off of Amazon Prime.
Yeah, it's more of a. That's why I said Netflix is such a rush. I don't even know how they're really making money because I know they don't want to get into advertising because they don't want to mess up like the specialness about it, like a Hulu. Like, cause I hate Hulu, bro, for that reason. Like, Hulu is so trash to me because of that reason. Like, you get like
Roland Johnson in the chat just said Teams is a computer app companies use to connect with other members, i.e. virtual meetings. I haven't heard of that one yet.
Yeah, Microsoft Teams, right? I think.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought GoBeam was the Microsoft.
I don't mess with Microsoft too much.
I thought GoBeam is actually.
They'd rather have it over Skype.
GoBeam is actually better than Zoom to me.
And if Slack jumped into the video game, Slack jumped into the video game, it would be a wrap. It would be a wrap. If they jumped into the video.
You guys would like GoMeeting, man. GoMeeting is more professional. Like, so how we're talking right now, like once Marshall start talking, it will cut my my mic. Like, so basically you'll see him light up and then it's like his turn to speak. Like it's almost like that. And it does that for like everybody. So you don't like talk over each other and do everything like that. But you guys actually like GoMeeting. Like it's more of a professional platform.
How do you spell that?
Huh?
How do you spell it?
Oh, just GoMeeting. GOOMEETING.
I also want to shout out a stock from Pamela. She talked about she invests in Dollar General, DG. She said, check them out. She said the dividends. She said,
we need to get her to call in because she knows.
Yeah, she might have to call in. She be saying she looked like she kind of a little timid, but I think she'll call in. She said the dividends pay the same as the stock, and I haven't Robinhood. So she said the dividends pay the same as the stock.
What's what they're trading on right now, man? I feel real leery about like real deal structured businesses, man. Like the Bath and Beyonds and like all those like things going out of business, Best Buys and stuff like that. Like the actual real storefront, that's rough. Are they online anywhere? Or are they doing like a Shopify deal? Because we gotta research that.
What Dollar General?
Yeah. Are they doing anything?
I mean, Dollar General, like five and below, like I'm pretty sure they're making a killing right now.
No, I'm saying, are they doing anything like during these COVID times, like joining Shopify, like Walmart did?
How's their e-commerce doing, right?
Yeah. That's a good question. No, we'll answer that next go around. We'll do our research, man, and come back around with Dollar General, man. That'll be a good one to talk about.
Actually, looking at that. Yeah. So it looks like Dollar General's paid $1.04 in dividends this year alone. Let me take a look at the price real quick because I know this segment was supposed to be about dividends. How much is the stock? 100. Oh wow, 188 a share. You ask me.
You know why their business model probably is doing better in these times, man. It's because like they don't carry high end things in their store for real either. Like most of the stuff they have is pretty much, you know what I'm saying? It's not like going to Best Buy and buying a computer or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The storefront is dying, man. Like, that's rough, bro.
Looks like they have stepped up their online market and stuff, but yeah, I mean, a lot of companies are trying to pivot to do better online. For the like e-commerce stuff. So it looks like they're doing more marketing, more so like, hey, this is what we have and here's our products.
Probably, man. They're probably way more efficient with their like inventory wise and things like that too, man. So
I'm reading, I just read real quick this article on Wall Street Journal. So Dollar General is doing a click and collect strategy. So that's basically where you order it online and you go pick it up.
Okay, so they're doing something like Walmart, park and bring it out to you type deal. Okay,
yeah. I personally think that's inefficient though, right? I don't want to drive to the store to get something. I just want it delivered to me. I might as well just get it on Amazon, right? So hopefully they build on that and they turn it into a click and ship because that don't make sense to me for me to.
It's efficient in a way though. It's efficient, like you don't have to worry about waiting in lines or bothering people or making contact with other people. You just pull up to the store, you already bought it, you know it's there, you know it's in stock, you know they'll have a service for you, already paid for it, come and go. I mean, it's not necessarily sitting at home and doing it, but you know you're gonna get it right then too. So Amazon might take a day, you know what I'm saying, like that, but at least you're getting it right there.
Amazon, they get stuff. What is it? The 2-day shipping? So
yeah. Oh, they do a day for real. Like lately, well, not now, but lately, like beforehand, they were doing a day.
Amazon Prime now. Put that shit in my head.
Yeah.
Not everybody can afford the Amazon Prime. Membership.
I mean, Walmart just did that. The Walmart Plus. So they're doing the Walmart. They're trying to compete with Amazon and stuff. So
they joined Shopify, boy. No, they did
Walmart Plus too. So they're trying to get the membership, right?
Yeah, that's
they're basically copying Amazon.
Yeah. They're zucking. No,
I mean that's what a lot of the big companies do, anyways, right? They just
So like, if we're gonna do this hidden gem of the week and wrap it up. We got the hidden gem of the week is Moderna. Or that's how you say it?
Moderna, the vaccine company.
Yeah, that's causing waves. What are y'all thoughts on that?
I don't think these vaccine companies are gonna make a lot of money unless they so here's the problem, right? I haven't even heard of a vaccine company in the past making a lot of money, like with flu vaccine where they shoot it in your nose and stuff like that. Like, is it expensive to go to Walgreens to get that done, or to get that done? Mm-hmm. It's very expensive. And then let's say they did drive up the price like that one dude. Who was the name of the dude? There was a guy, he was selling the diabetes medication or something, the insulin shot, and he made the price like $1,000. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
He went to jail. His name's like Martin Shkreli or something like that. He bought the So they do. If people thought Moderna was going to make money, let's say they're like, oh, they could charge whatever price they want, but it's going to be public backlash, right? You can't even talk smack about people wearing masks without somebody coming down on you, right? So imagine if they were trying to make a profit on a vaccine. So that's why I don't think any of these vaccines is going to be profitable. If anything, they're going to be give it away for free or something.
Bro, this is America. The vaccine will be incredibly profitable in America, bro. People pay $100 for insulin. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like for insulin medication, bro, which in other countries is damn near free. So obviously, I would say like this, it's something to invest in and hurry up and get out, because first of all, these pharmaceutical companies can definitely come up with a vaccine or whatever like that, but the infrastructure for transporting the vaccine. How many times will a person have to take that vaccine to be completely vaccinated? You gotta worry about the trial and errors. Like, some vaccines are gonna make people sick. You're gonna have people dying. You know what I'm saying? The liability that goes into it. So it's such a lottery ticket to me that it's rough to say, because there's a couple hundred companies out here trying to do the same exact thing, make it to the market first with it, or make it to the version that's more conducive to the mass population. Yeah. So I would think it's more. I would personally be smarter and invest in the infrastructure wise of it. Who is transporting? Who is actually this vaccine to the people is what I would invest in. Like, who's making these glass vials? What company is making the glass vials for this company? Because obviously they're going to be $1 billion companies too at the end of all this.
So probably 3M, right? I think 3M does stuff like that.
3M is making a killing.
Yep. There you go. I think investing in the actual infrastructure and transportation is a safer bet than actually investing in the pharmaceutical company, unless they have the whole infrastructure down too, which I 100% know they don't.
No. So we're focusing on the R&D, right?
Yeah. So another good question: would they be subsidized by the federal government also? So
so that would be a good look. If the government made it like mandatory and they buy X amount, then they'll probably be good for like maybe 5 years or something like that.
Yeah. So that's another thing to look at. It's just going to take more research and seeing who's really going to be at the top of this, man. But I definitely have seen those stocks soar, man. Yeah. So it's just every time the news comes on, man, like you can automatically bet it's going to be something in reference to the vaccine. So, but
yeah, man. So I think that was a great episode. We're gonna try to get more consistent once we get on Roderick's schedule.
No, that was Marshall, guy. Don't do it here. Tory Lanez.
I thank everybody for tuning in. We got a lot of activity in the chat today. And if y'all want more, just reach out to us either on the Facebook Messenger, IG, whatever. Let us know if you want to talk about anything, or if you want to jump in. We have the link there, so be sure to call it in. We could let you in the chat if you want to voice something, your opinion on anything. Let us know. We want to hear y'all. So thanks for joining Ends with Benefits podcast. Y'all got any shout outs?
I just want to shout out to everybody out there in the world, man. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay humble. Y'all keep your heads up, man. We're going to get through this together. Just be each other's neighbors, man. Positive energy out there, man. All right?
Yes, sir. What about Marshall?
No, I'm not.
All right.
Peace, y'all.